This is Bob Rakes for the 8K Association Monitor Newsletter. I'm at NAB 2024. I've just been talking to Asus and looking again at their 8K calibrated monitor, which they announced at NAB and which is just about to go into mass production in Asia at the moment. So they're expecting deliveries in Europe probably the end of October or November when people can start buying these beautiful 8K monitors. As well as the 8K monitor, which is not technically new here. It was, as I say, shown at NAB earlier this year. They have some very nice IPS 4K monitors in 27 inch, and they've got a 5K in 27 inch as well, using IPS panels with a very good anti-reflective performance. So some nice looking monitors from Asus, especially this 8K unit intended for content creators. Just behind me is the booth of BZBGear. They're proud 8K Association members, and they've been here showing their range of 8K devices. They already have a good range of products supporting 8K, but in 2025 early, they plan to release an 8K AV over IP solution, which should be really popular. They also are looking at a new 8K camera, but timings on that are going to be difficult. There's a lot to be done, so we're not getting a definite date out of them for that. But we'll be watching out for news from BZBGear. I've been talking to the Fraunhofer HHI, the Heinrich Hertz Institute, about a 3D conferencing system which they're showing here. They use a depth map to create a 3D avatar of somebody on a conference call, but then they combine that with an 8K video high resolution image, which they use as a texture on that avatar, on that 3D model, to resynthesize the avatar at the far end of the conversation. It makes it very realistic, and with two different people viewing, you can actually have different views of the same avatar. So those people both feel as though they have eye contact with the speaker. It's also ideal if you are starting to use VR headsets for video conferencing or for virtual meetings, which can add a bit of realism and depth. The Fraunhofer was also showing its technology for film grain metadata. If you compress video with heavy film grain regularly, the bitrate becomes very high. You can see 60 megabits here. So they analyze the film grain, describe it with metadata, then reconstruct the film grain later, so they can get the film grain effect but without a significant boost in bitrate. This is a technique that's mandatory for the AV1 codec, but is an option for VVC. VVC allows metadata for a variety of different applications. Well, I've been talking to Insync Technology, who are claim to be the people you've seen their content, but you don't know you've seen it, because they supply many of the major broadcasters worldwide with format converters to convert frame rates and resolutions at a professional level. You don't see their stuff, it's hidden away. Their big claim to fame, though, is power consumption. They have dedicated boxes which are able to do the frame conversion at very low powers. They were saying that they can transcode 8K at 200 watts per channel, where some of their competitors, they say, use up to 800 watts per channel. So power is a big issue in broadcasting, and so they have some real advantages there. But increasingly, they've been moving away from dedicated hardware to software platforms, where their software can run on any CPU, so it can run in the cloud, doesn't use GPU technology, and allow frame conversion using servers. Obviously, that's a way forward for the industry. So this is Bob Rakes, having spoken to Insync Technology at IBC 2024. I've just been talking to Konvision. Konvision have got a new mastering monitor. They're specialists in mastering monitors for broadcast. And it's based on the Samsung QD OLED panel, the 31-inch 4K panel. But the monitor has enough SDI inputs to input 8K and allow monitoring of 8K, although what you see is only 4K, but still useful for monitoring. That's different from Flanders Scientific, who have also the 31-inch QD OLED panel, but for them, 4K is the limit this year. I've been speaking with Spin Digital, who are an 8K Association member, and who we collaborated with at the NAB show to show replay of VVC encoded 8K. At the show here, they're demonstrating live 8K encoding, although they seem to have a bit of a problem when I was looking. That's just the law of trade shows, it always goes wrong. Also on display, they have the processing for 8K images for the Apple Vision Pro, so that they can process the dual images using the right codecs to support the Apple Vision Pro headset from stereo content. Bob Rakes for the 8K Association at IBC 2024.